Yo, GameBro here, and this is Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog, the Sega Master System version. We're going through more of the jungle. You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby! You're gonna die! How many GNR jokes am I gonna make? There's a difference between this and the Game Gear version. In the handheld version, you can just descend back down if you miss something, or miss on jumping to logs or whatever. This one, if you touch the bottom part of the screen, it's an instant death. If you like barely touch it, it'll still count. Yes, keep that in mind. It's quite annoying. Oops. Just be careful here. Where to jump. Like how I not did it. Huh. But yep, that's what happens. Instant death. This stage is not merciful. This stage is not very nice. But anywho, lots and lots of jumping. So much like a platforming game, like how people complain Sonic isn't much of nowadays. Or at least that's how it was some years ago. As much as I like platforming and enjoy the platforming from Sonic games himself, I do get a little tired of people saying that it's not about the speed, it's about the platforming. And while Sonic is definitely a platformer, Sonic has been notorious for going fast in speed of sound, and it's not like they've ever truly taken away the platforming from any game I can think of. Any main game, anyway. Okay, nowadays with generations and colors, there's quite a bit of platforming to be had there, too. But some of my favorite Sonic games are focused really heavily on the speed. Sonic Advance 2, that's my favorite of the trilogy. Sonic Unleashed, which I actually like more than Generations, and maybe not Colors, but I just had a little more fun with Unleashed, even with Hedgehog. The Hedgehog was fun, alright? Even if it was gimmicky, this boss I remember struggling a whole lot on the GameCube. Man, I was whiny. I was like, why can't I beat this? This is so damn hard, I can't get any further. Well, that was probably a slight exaggeration, but it's tricky, but it's not so hard that you can't do it after learning from whatever mistakes you might make. Careful, because the rays of the explosion, even as it's disappearing, will hurt you. Well, it's a good thing they took out the volunteer death screen of death from the last one. Not that it helps with this boss, but you know. Just keep jumping back and forth. It's probably really obvious. Damn it. That egghead got me again. Now, up we go. Ascending, up, up, up. Here we are again. Don't jump from underneath. I don't know what else to say that isn't obvious. It's just a tricky boss. Definitely one of the hardest in this game. If you can make it through this boss, you can probably beat the game. Like, even the final boss, not to spoil anything, isn't really much harder than this. If any. Okay, back and forth. I'm just gonna be safe like that. Like the last time we faced Eggman in this game. Play it safe. Man, that was way too close. That was way too close, especially. That's how you do it. I hate that hedgehog. As cheesy as that cartoon was, it was definitely enjoyable. Onto Labyrinth. But the best Sonic cartoon would definitely have to be Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, with Princess Sally, Bunny Rabbit, and such. Even if it had very little to do with the games, it was still a really good story with great characters. Yes, Labyrinth, maybe it's just me, but I find Labyrinth in this version to be a little more tolerable. Then again, I don't. No. That would have been unfair if I would have died to that. I was one of the few that actually tolerated, the Genesis version. Although that was definitely the worst in the Genesis version, it's probably the worst in this game. But not by a lot. It's not so annoying that it takes away the fun. Yes, you're going slow, but... It's just not a terrible stage, I find it to be. Go for it. I'm probably gonna have to take a hit. Ah. How am I supposed to avoid all that? Well... Good thing is, now I can hit that enemy. It's not like... Those things will respawn. Enemies generally do not respawn in this game, thankfully. Unlike a lot of games in the 80s and early 90s. Not that you'll need to backtrack to find out for yourself, but from what I've played, the enemies do not respawn. Oh no. No. Not again. Shall collect the shield. There are also some running shoes that of course increase your speed, but I just remember being in the first level. They're not really used much in this game at all. So we're no longer submerged. We're free to run again. Whatever the switch does, it's probably how we'll make progress. Dun 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 dun. Of course, you do get the good ending if you get all 6 emeralds. Probably a really obvious thing to say. Whee! Seems to be on those spikes. Is it just another shield which I had already? Bah. Rubbish. Phooey. I was just better off heading down here to begin with. Here we go again. Can't I hit it in time before it, I guess not. I can't, like, duck either. Okay, admit, where those enemies are placed, it is quite unfair. Or you just have to be really patient. Well. No, 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 no. Don't get on that spring. Springs will give you the momentum you would if you weren't underwater. Just saying. Now the countdown. But even when the countdown starts, you still have enough time. Failure. Come on. With less fail here. Whee! Once again. And there are a fair amount of air bubbles in this. I'm kind of failing here, but it's really not that bad. I'm just kind of doing poorly compared to how I usually do so. Come on. I'll need bubbles. There we go. I had no control over that. A few spots will make you ascend. And yeah, just look out for... They're slightly different color, so you can tell. Hey, if I die, at least I got an extra life down here, so it's not gonna be a complete waste. Come on, come on. Come on. That was way, way too close for comfort. Now let's continue on to this labyrinthy area. Frickin' spears. Go for it. The countdown is like when you're halfway through drowning. It's not like you're on the verge of death quite yet. Oh no. Come on. Spinning seems to help with my speed a bit. Well, not normally, but there you go. In some cases, I shall take that invincibility or keep losing my rings. That's a great idea. Just wait. Wait. Oh, that was really close. Now let's go for it. Using that will actually help you get one of the Chaos Emeralds. You can still get it if you have rings. But do you really want to waste rings as opposed to getting it as you're invincible? So yes, boss time. Another pretty annoying boss. Let's see. And no, I do not have a Sega Master System myself. I never owned one. I don't think I've ever even seen one in real life. I mean, I possibly might have, but I don't remember. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that. Although, truth be told, even though I like Sega a lot, I'm for some reason not that interested in picking up one. I mean, just a lot of games didn't really seem to interest me on it. Which is weird, because a few months ago, I got around to picking up a Sega CD for crying out loud. What many, even Sega fans, consider to be crap. And I do consider picking up the 32X for a handful of games. Also, this was the last Sega Master System to release in America. Well, lucky those who lived in the UK got many more Master System games, even if they are ports of Game Gear games. But this boss isn't too difficult. Just attack Eggman from below as opposed to above. As opposed to from above, because that could lead you into falling into a pit. There's also another path that could lead you to an extra life, but I didn't feel like it's worth it. But there we go. Labyrinth Zone is completed now, with 2 more zones to be finished. One of which is familiar from the Genesis version, the other is completely absent. Odd that Scrap Brain is not the final zone, but well, I will be stopping here. This is GamePro. See you all in the next video.